Let's go, Peyton. Peyton. Which one's Peyton? That one? What was she playing? Basketball? Volleyball. Yo, that's delicious, dude. What the heck? That's fucking delicious. Oh my god. Yeah, you want to try it?
And if you really want to see numbers, just take a look at what happened in the women's boxing, weightlifting, track and field, swimming, recycling, where a male recently finished a long-distance race, 5 hours and 14 minutes ahead of a woman.
What a loser. He had to switch just to do that?
It's demeaning for women, and it's very bad
Bunch
for
of
our country.
losers.
We're not going to put up with it any longer.
Correct. Look at those Democrats on the left side. They're like, yeah, we want men in women's sport. We want men in women's sport. That's.
What I've just described
People will cry about it. I kind of hope they do cry about it, Goku.
Because of us sweeping the entire
Makes it
world.
better.
Common sense has become a common theme, and we will never go back. Never going to let that happen.
Never ever. Never ever.
Among my very highest priorities is to rescue our economy and get dramatic and immediate relief to working families. As you know, we inherited from the last administration an
Legendary Biden.
Catastrophe and an inflation nightmare.
Basement
Their
Biden.
policies drove
What a
up
legend.
energy prices, pushed up grocery costs, and drove the necessities of life out of reach for
Price of eggs.
millions and millions of Americans. It never had anything like it. We suffered the worst
Same,
inflation in
Goku,
40
same.
years, but perhaps even
It's
in the
frustrating.
history of our country. They're not sure.
It's like we don't speak the same language. They speak like Google Gaga.
Make America affordable again.
You'll be like, yo, it's good if we put tariffs, make us rich. They're like, we have to treat other countries nicer. The other countries have to feel love too. Fuck out of here.
Joe Biden especially let the price of eggs get out
Eggs.
of control. The egg price is out of control. And we're working hard to get it back down. Secretary, do a good job on that. You inherited a total mess from the previous administration. Do a good job.
Let's just kill our chickens, bro. That's a good idea. Why not? Fuck it.
A major focus of our fight to defeat inflation is rapidly reducing the cost of energy. The previous administration cut the number of new oil and gas leases by 95%.
Yeah, dude, never bring up politics with the woman. Never.
More than 100 power plants. We are opening up many.
Unless it's after you've already, I just want to see one Democrat stand up.
We've never seen anything like it. That's why on my first day in office,
price of
I declared
eggs.
a national energy emergency. As you've heard me say many
Let's go
times,
try.
we have more liquid gold under our feet than any nation on earth, and by far.
Suck on that, Canada.
I fully authorize the most talented team ever assembled to go and get it. It's called Drill
Baby Drill. Sue. Oh yeah, they look like they're standing, right? Those two, the one on the edge. Is that what you're talking about?
No, the ones that actually stood out.
My administration is also working on a gigantic natural gas pipeline in Alaska.
Let's go.
Among the largest in the world, where Japan, South Korea, and other nations want
North
to
Korea?
partner with investments of trillions of dollars each. There's never been anything like that one. It will be truly spectacular. It's all set to go. The permitting is gotten. And later this week,
Dude,
we will also
it's a messed up situation, then.
dramatically expand
Fuck it, you stood to your
of
grunts.
critical minerals and rare earths here in the USA.
Yeah. We don't need Ukraine. Damn, he looks white. Look how white his hair looks. It's like neon.
To further combat inflation, we will not only be reducing the cost of energy, but will be ending the flagrant waste of taxpayer dollars.
Woo! No more foreign aid. No more Ukraine aid. No more AIDS.
And to that end, I have created a brand new Department of Government Efficiency. DOGE. Perhaps you've heard of it. Perhaps. Which is headed by Elon Musk, who is in the gallery tonight.
Elon. Elon is here. Elon. He's wearing a suit today. He heard the criticism.
Working very well. He didn't need this. He didn't need this. Thank you very much. We appreciate it.
Thank you,
Right here,
Elon.
from this side, appreciate that.
Remember when Doge was a meme, though? Yeah.
They just
Now they're on top of the
that.
game. Doge is a government
Let's listen
agency
to
now.
Some of the appalling waste we have already identified. $22 billion
Billion.
from HHS to provide free housing and cars for illegal aliens. $45 million for diversity, equity, and inclusion scholarships in Burma.
Burma.
$40 million to improve the social and economic inclusion of sedentary migrants.
We need to take care of those sedentary migrants, alright? Those are important.
$8 million to promote LGBTQI+
Huh?
in the African nation.
I don't know, actually. Are those pictures? Are those the Epstein lists? I don't know.
$60 million for indigenous peoples and Afro-Colombian
I wish we could
empowerment
skip this part. I've heard this like a
in Central
billion times.
America. $60 million.
I already know about the waste.
$8 million for making mice transgender.
Transgender mice, that's important.
$32 million for a left-wing propaganda operation in Moldova. $10 million for male circumcision in Mozambique.
Terrible.
$20 million for the Arab Sesame Street
Oh, we need that one. That's important for sure.
program. $20 million.
We need that one.
$1.9 billion to
Billion?
recently created Decarbonization of Homes Committee, headed up, and we know she's involved. Just at the last moment, the money was passed over
Who?
by a woman named Stacey Abrams. Have you ever heard of her?
Boo. I don't know who that is.
A
Boo.
$3.5 million consulting contract for lavish fish monitoring. $1.5 million for voter confidence in Liberia.
That sounds like election
$14 million
interference to
for
me.
social cohesion in Mali. $59 million for
$59 million.
hotel rooms in New York City.
It's a good business.
He's a real estate developer. He's done very well. $250,000 to increase vegan local climate action innovation.
I thought he was going to say Vegas.
Yeah.
$42 million for social and behavior change in Uganda.
Uganda.
$14 million for improving public
Uganda.
procurement in Serbia.
Serbia.
$47 million for improving learning outcomes in Asia.
Learning.
Asia's doing very well with learning.
That's why we gave him U.S.
What we're
aid.
doing, should use it ourselves.
Let's give U.S. aid to our schools.
$101 million for DEI contracts at the Department of Education. The most ever paid, nothing even like it. Under the Trump administration, all of these scams, and they're far worse, but I didn't think it was appropriate to talk about them. They're so bad.
I want to hear those,
Many
bro.
more have
Why?
been found out and exposed and swiftly terminated by a group of very intelligent, mostly young
Big balls.
Yeah.
Hairy balls and big
We
balls.
appreciate it. We found hundreds of billions of dollars of fraud.
Billions. Oh, Ted Cruz, there he is. Oh my god. Are they clapping at Elon or what? Nah, you gotta clap at big balls.
And we've taken back the
Yeah.
money and reduced our debt to
14 kids and counting, man.
Taken back a lot of that money. We got it just in time.
You know, Elon has
This
14
is just
kids.
the beginning. The Government Accountability Office, a federal government office, has estimated annual fraud of over $500 billion in our nation. And we are working very hard to stop it. We're going to.
That's
We're
gay.
also identifying shocking levels of incompetence and probable fraud in the Social Security program for our seniors, and that our
250-year-olds.
and people that we love rely on. Believe it or not, government databases list 4.7 million Social Security members from people aged 100 to 109 years old.
He's gonna count this again?
It lists 3.6 million people from ages 110 to 119. I don't know any of them. I know some people that are rather elderly.
Do you know any of
but not
those?
quite that elderly.
Same on.
3.47 million people from ages 120 to 129.
Yeah, we got 250-year-olds in this country.
3.9 million people from ages
Ask around, they
130
exist
to
apparently.
139. 3.5 million people from ages 140 to 149.
Let's give those people a round of applause.
To many of them, and
Congratulations.
we're searching right now. In fact, Pam, good luck. Good luck. You're going to find it. But a lot of money is paid out to people because it just keeps getting paid, and nobody does, and it really hurts.
Who's getting this money?
It hurts our country. 1.3 million people from ages 150
I'll take a
to
shekel or two.
159, and over 130,000 people, according to the Social Security databases, are age over 160 years old.
Woo, round of applause to them too.
We have a healthier country than I thought, Bob.
Gangsters. Yeah. Let's go, 150-year-olds. You guys are legends. What's the secret?
Including, to finish, 1,039 people between the ages of 220 and 229, one person between the age of 240 and 249, and one person at 360 years of age. More than 100 years older than our country.
Crazy.
But we're going to find out where that money's going.
Oh wait,
And it's
hold
not
on.
gonna be pretty, but
What?
slash
And that
evil
girl
with
wants me to
the
like
prohibitions
the
that we
libs.
can find. We will defeat
Dude,
inflation,
just
bring
say
down
she's a
mortgages,
PDF
lower
supporter,
car
dude.
payments, and grocery
I don't know what to
prices,
tell you.
protect our seniors, and put more money
Hello?
in the pockets of American families.
Hello? Also, if that's her reaction, bro, she's not the one for you, I guess. Sounds like a psycho. Pete.
And today, interest rates took a beautiful
Where's Tom
drop,
Homan?
a beautiful drop. It's about time. And in the near future, I want to do what has not been done in 24 years. Balance the federal budget. We're going to balance it.
Let's balance that thing. You gotta get out of debt, America. You gotta get out of debt. I'm serious now. Yeah, just pretend then. Who cares? Who cares?
With that goal in mind, we have developed in great detail what we are calling the Gold Card, which goes on sale very, very soon. For $5 million, we will allow the most successful job-creating people from all over the world to buy a path to U.S. citizenship. It's like the green card, but better and more sophisticated.
Better.
And these people will have to pay tax in our country. They won't have to pay tax from where they came. The money that they've made, you wouldn't want to do that.
And then hopefully we don't have to pay tax, and then they can run our
We'll also
government.
be taking people out of colleges and paying for them so that we can keep them in our country instead of having them being forced out. Number one, at the top school, as an example, being forced out and not being allowed to stay and create tremendous numbers of jobs and great success.
Trump is a gangster and a legend.
Company out there. So while we take out
But I disagree with him on some things. But most things, gangster and a
who are
legend.
allowed to enter our country under the open border policy of these people, the Democrats, the Biden administration, the open border insane policies that you've allowed to destroy our country. We will now bring in
Yay, 2028.
job creating people. They're going to pay a lot of money, and we're going to reduce our debt with that money.
Is Diddy going to be the vice president?
Americans have given us a mandate for bold and profound change. For nearly 100 years, the federal bureaucracy has grown until it has crushed our freedoms, ballooned our deficits, and held back America's potential in every possible way. The nation founded by pioneers and risk takers now drowns under millions and millions of pages of regulations and debt. Approvals that should take 10 days to get instead take 10 years, 15 years, and even 20 years before you're rejected. Meanwhile, we have hundreds of thousands of federal workers who have not been shown.
Oh yeah, he's not good for Canada. He's not Canada first. He's America first. But Pierre is Canada first, so you're almost there.
America again.
You only have one more week of Justin, though.
The bureaucrat who resists this change will be removed from office immediately.
Oof.
Because we are draining the swamp. It's very simple.
Let's go drain it.
Ruled by unelected bureaucrats are over.
You're out.
One person clapping on it.
Yeah. Look at Bernie. He's reading a newspaper.
The next phase of our plan to deliver the greatest economy in history is for this Congress to pass tax cuts for everybody. They're in there. They're waiting for you to vote. And I'm sure that the people on my right, I don't mean the Republican right, but my right here, I'm sure you're going to vote for those tax cuts because otherwise
You
I
got
don't
this,
believe
Pierre's.
the people will
Bring it
vote
home.
you into office. So I'm doing you a big favor by telling you that. But I know this group is going to be voting for the tax.
Sue.
Thank you. It's a very, very big part of our plan. We had tremendous success in our first term with it. A very big part of our plan. We're seeking permanent income tax cuts all across the board. And to get urgently needed
Income
relief
tax
to
cuts.
Americans hit especially hard by inflation, I'm calling for no tax on tips, no tax on overtime, and no tax on Social Security benefits for our great seniors.
I don't care about any of that. He said he wants to cut income tax. That's what I care about. Let's go. Can we know what the cuts
I
are?
also want to make interest payments on car loans tax deductible, but only if the car is made in America.
Made in America.
So we're buying most of them.
Yeah, how about crypto? But that's only the interest.
And by the way, we're going to have growth
Not principal.
in the auto industry like nobody's ever seen. Plants
Dude, hopefully they make Bugattis here.
Deals are being made. Never seen. That's a combination of the election win and tariffs. It's a beautiful word, isn't it?
Tariffs.
That, along with our other policies, will allow our auto industry to absolutely boom. It's going to boom. Spoke to the majors today, all three, the top people, and they're so excited. In fact, already numerous car companies have announced that they will be building massive automobile plants in America, with Honda just announcing a new plant in Indiana, one of the largest.
Let's go. Indiana Pacers. Tyrese Halliburton's about to start making Hondas.
And this has taken place since our great victory on November 5th, a date which will hopefully go down as one of the most important in the history of our country.
Not for the Democrats.
In addition, as part of our tax cuts, we want to cut taxes on domestic production and all manufacturing. And just as we did before, we will provide 100% expensing. It will be retroactive to January 20th, 2025, and it was one of the main reasons why our tax cuts were so successful in our first term, giving us the most successful economy in the history of our country. First term. We had a great first term.
Yeah, I remember it. Gas was pretty cheap. Remember how cheap gas was, dude? It was like $3, $3 something.
In America, however, under the Trump administration, you will pay a tariff, and in some cases, a rather large one. Other countries have used tariffs against us for decades, and now it's our turn to start using them against those other countries. On average, the
Sorry, Canada.
European Union, China, Brazil, India, Mexico, and Canada, have you heard of that? And countless other nations charge us tremendously higher tariffs than we charge them. It's very unfair. India charges us auto tariffs higher than 100%. China's average
You're
tariff
fired.
on our products is twice what we charge them. And South Korea's average tariff is 4 times higher. Think of that, 4 times higher.
I think you forgot to put Ann in there. Pickle.
In so many other ways to South Korea, but that's what
Trump
happens.
is an idiot.
Happening by
Trump is
great
idiot.
foe. This system is not fair to the United States and never was, and so on April 2nd, I wanted to make it April 1st, but I didn't want to be accused of April Fool's Day.
Imagine.
That's not, this one day was cost us a lot of money.
Big troll, big troll.
But we're going to do it in April. I'm a very superstitious person.
Hey, Pickle.
April 2nd.
What do you hate the most
reciprocal
about
tariffs
Trump?
Kick in. And whatever they
I just
tariff
wanna
us, other countries, we will tariff them. That's reciprocal, back and forth.
Back and
Whatever
forth,
they
back
tax
and
us,
forth.
We will tax them. If they do non-monetary tariffs to keep us out of their market, then we
Canada.
will do non-monetary barriers.
Canada has quotas.
To keep them out of our market. There's a lot of that too. They don't even allow us in their market.
Canada.
We will take in trillions and trillions of dollars and create jobs like we have never seen before. I did it with China and I did it with others, and the Biden administration couldn't do anything about it because there was so much money they couldn't do anything about it. We have been ripped off for decades by nearly every country on earth, and we will not let that happen any longer.
Dude, those Democrats are robots, bro. They don't move at
Much
all.
has been said
They haven't moved
over
a
the
single
last
time.
3 months about Mexico and Canada. But we have very large deficits with both of them. But even more importantly, they've allowed fentanyl to come into our country at levels never seen before, killing hundreds of thousands of our citizens and many very young, beautiful people, destroying families. Nobody's ever seen anything like it. They are in effect receiving subsidies of hundreds of billions of dollars. We pay subsidies to Canada and to Mexico of hundreds of billions of dollars, and the United States will not be doing that any longer. We're not going to do it anymore.
You're out of here. You're fired. You're straight up fired, boys. You gotta go.
Thanks to our America First policies we're putting into place, we have had $1.7 trillion of new investment in America in just the past few weeks. The combination of the election.
Imagine now that the tariffs dropped and they know it's serious.
That people of SoftBank,
Shoo!
brilliant anywhere in the world, announced a $200 billion investment. OpenAI and Oracle, Larry Ellison, announced $500 billion investment, which they wouldn't have done if Kamala had won.
Kamala.
Apple announced $500 billion investment Tim Cook called me. He said, I cannot spend it fast enough. It's going to be much higher than that, I believe. They'll be building their plants here instead of in China. And just yesterday, Taiwan Semiconductor, the biggest in the world, most powerful in the world, has a tremendous amount, 97% of the market.
Oh, is he? I didn't see him.
A $165 billion
The camera didn't cut to him.
the most powerful chips on earth.
Maybe later.
Right here in the USA.
I want to see his underbite. Mike Johnson. Hi, I'm Mike Johnson. Nice to meet you. I wear round glasses
And we're
like
not
Harry
giving
Potter.
them any money. Your CHIPS Act is a horrible, horrible thing. We give hundreds of billions of dollars, and it doesn't mean a thing. They take our money and they don't spend it. All that meant to them, we're giving them no money. All that was important to them was they didn't want to pay the tariffs, so they came and they're building, and many other companies are coming. We don't have to give them money. We just want to protect our businesses and our people. And they will come because they won't have to pay tariffs if they build in America. So it's very amazing. You should get rid of the CHIP Act, and whatever's left
CHIP
over,
Act.
Mr. Speaker, you should use it to reduce debt or any other reason you want to.
Mike Johnson. Who's that bald guy on the side? Looks mischievous.
A new trade policy will also be great for the American farmer. I love the farmer. Who will now be selling into our home market, the USA, because nobody is going to be able to compete with you. Because there's goods that come in from other countries and companies. They're really in a bad position in so many different ways. They're uninspected. They may be very dirty and disgusting.
Dirty.
And they come in and they pour in and they hurt our American farmers. The tariffs will go on agricultural product coming into America, and our farmers starting on April 2nd. It may be a little bit of an adjustment period. We had that before when I made the deal with China, $50 billion of purchases, and I said, just bear with me, and they did. They did. Probably have to bear with me again, and this will be even better. That was great. The problem with it was that Biden didn't enforce it. He didn't enforce it. $50 billion of purchases, and we were doing great, but Biden did not enforce it, and it hurt our farmers. But our farmers are going to have a field day right now. So to our farmers, have a lot of fun. I love you too. I love you too.
Have a lot of fun. Grow some crops. Let's start eating some food, boys. Let's start eating some food.
I have also imposed a 25% tariff on foreign aluminum, copper, lumber, and steel, because if we don't have, as an example, steel and lots of other things, we don't have a military, and frankly we just won't have a country very long. Here today is a proud American steelworker, fantastic person from Decatur, Alabama, Jeff Denard.
Jeff
Has been
Denard?
working at the same steel plant for 27 years, and
What's
a
his name?
job that has allowed him to serve as the captain of his local volunteer fire department, raised 7 children with his beautiful wife Nicole, and over the years provide a loving home for more than 40 foster children. So great.
Let's go. Woo, 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 woo. Bow, bow, bow. There you go. Bald head. Bald head. Smooth.
Thank you, Jeff.
It's a shiny forehead.
Stories like Jeff's remind us that tariffs are not just about protecting American jobs. They're about protecting the soul of our country. Tariffs are about making America rich again and making America great again, and it's happening, and it will happen rather quickly. There'll be a little disturbance, but we're okay with that. It won't be much. No, you're not. Oh. And look where Biden took us. Very low, the lowest we've ever been. Jeff, I want to thank you very much. And I also want to recognize another person who's devoted herself to foster care community. She works so hard on it. a very loving person, our magnificent First Lady of the United States.
Melania. Melania. Dude, Trump looks so much thinner now than his first term. He was like chubby back then.
Yeah. He's been hanging out with Gary Barker.
Yeah, Gary Brecka taught him well.
Melania's work has yielded incredible results, helping prepare our nation's future leaders as they enter the workforce. Our First Lady is joined by two impressive young women, very impressive. Haley Ferguson, who benefited from the First Lady's Fostering the Future initiative, and is poised to complete her education and become a teacher. And Elliston Berry, who became a victim of an illicit deepfake image produced by a peer. With Elliston's help, the Senate just passed the Take It Down Act, and this is so important.
Those
Thank
points,
you very
though.
much, John Thune, thank you. Stand up, John.
Thon.
Thank you, John.
I don't know, whoever helped him pass the bill or something. That's what it looks like to me.
Thank you all very much.
Thank you all very much.
Thank you. And thank you to John Thune and the Senate.
Where's Barron?
Great job. To criminalize the
I want Barron out
publication
here.
of such images online is terrible, terrible thing. And once it passes the House, I look forward to signing that bill into law. Thank you. And I'm going to use that bill for myself too, if you don't mind. Because nobody gets treated worse than I do online. Nobody. That's great. Thank you very much to the Senate. Thank you. But if we truly care about protecting America's children, no step is more crucial than securing America's borders. Over the past 4 years, 21 million people poured into the United States. Many of them were murderers, human traffickers, gang members, and other criminals from the streets of dangerous
I don't know,
cities
probably at the Democrats.
all throughout the world. Because of Joe Biden's insane and very dangerous open border policies. They are now strongly embedded in our country, but we are getting them out and getting them out fast.
Oh, I should show Tom.
Yeah. Where's Tommy? Dude, one person on the left stood up. You see that?
Yeah.
Who's that? Show me her face.
And I want to thank Tom Homan.
Yeah.
And
Where's
Christy,
Tommy?
I want to thank you and Paul of Border Patrol. I want to thank you. What a job they've all done. Everybody, Border Patrol, ICE, law enforcement in general is incredible. We have to take care of our law enforcement. After.
Didn't even show Tom, bro. Where's
Last
Tom?
year,
If I can't find
Yeah.
a brilliant 22-year-old nursing student named Lakin Riley, the best in her class, admired by everybody, went out for a jog on the campus of the University of Georgia. That
Georgia.
morning, Lakin was viciously attacked, assaulted, beaten, brutalized, and horrifically murdered. Lakin was stolen from us by a savage illegal alien gang member who was arrested while trespassing across Biden's open southern border and then set loose into the United States under the heartless policies of that failed administration. It was indeed a failed administration. He had then been arrested and released in a Democrat-run sanctuary city, a disaster.
Disaster.
For ending the life of this beautiful young angel. With us this evening are
Where's those Epstein files at?
Allison and her sister Lauren.
You can hear his collapse.
it. That's like some Star Trek.
The bald guy.
Last
Spock?
year I told
No.
Lincoln's grieving parents that we would ensure their daughter would
Dutter.
not have died in vain. That's why the very first bill I signed into law as your 47th president mandates the detention of all dangerous criminal aliens who threaten public safety. It's a very strong, powerful act.
I want more people to get like kicked out or start fights and stuff.
Yeah, you gotta bring that in
Yeah, bring back Kane, man. Release the Kane.
It's called the Laken-Riley Act. So Allison and Lauren, America will never ever forget our beautiful Laken Hope Riley. Thank you very much. Since taking office, my administration has launched the most sweeping border and immigration crackdown in American history, and we quickly achieved the lowest numbers of illegal border crossers ever recorded. Thank you.
Ever? Like ever? Forever, ever? How long is this, I wonder?
For like 2 hours.
Damn, bro. When is he gonna drop the bombs?
The media and our friends in the Democrat Party kept saying we
Really?
needed
Like
new
1 hour.
legislation. We
Damn.
must have legislation to secure the
Feels like
border.
longer.
But it turned out that all we really needed was a new president.
Let's go. Sleepy Joe out of here. Let's go, Brandon. Let's go, Brandon. There's Byron Donalds, the next governor of Florida. Is the Sanctimonious in there?
Thank you. Joe Biden didn't just open our borders, he flew illegal aliens over them to overwhelm our schools, hospitals, and communities throughout the country. Entire towns like Aurora, Colorado, and Springfield, Ohio, buckled under the weight of the migrant occupation and corruption like nobody's ever seen before. Beautiful towns destroyed. Now, just as I promised in my inaugural address, we are achieving the great liberation of America.
Liberation
You know
Day.
why it's taking a long time?
Look at that guy. Look at that
Stand
loser.
up for it.
But there's
Every little
still
thing.
Yeah. Just stay standing.
is much work to be done.
Did you see
Here
that little
tonight is
Asian
a
guy?
woman
He's like,
I've
liar!
gotten to know, Alexis Nungary from Houston. Wonderful woman. Last June, Alexis's 12-year-old daughter, her precious Jocelyn, walked to a nearby convenience store. She was kidnapped, tied up, assaulted for 2 hours under a bridge, and horrifically murdered. Arrested and charged with this heinous crime are 2 illegal alien monsters from Venezuela, released into America by the last administration through their ridiculous open border. The death of this beautiful 12-year-old girl and the agony of her mother and family touched our entire nation greatly. Alexis, I promised that we would always remember your daughter, your magnificent daughter, and earlier tonight I signed an order keeping my word to you. One thing I have learned about Jocelyn is that she loved animals so much, she loved nature. Across Galveston Bay, from where Jocelyn lived in Houston, you will find a magnificent national wildlife refuge. A
Refuge.
pristine, peaceful, 34,000-acre sanctuary for all of God's creatures on the edge of the Gulf of America. Alexis, moments ago, I formally renamed that refuge in loving memory of your beautiful daughter, Jocelyn. So, Mr. Vice President, if you would, may I have the order?
What's he doing? He's renaming some park or something?
Yeah.
Nice.
The Democrats won't even stand for that, dude.
Huh?
The Democrats won't even stand for that.
Dude, they won't stand for anything. They're just haters. They're just fucking haters. The only thing they stand for is if like a tranny gets elected. That's their life. That's what they support.
Thank you very much. All 3 savages charged with Jocelyn and Laken's murders were members of the Venezuelan prison gang, the
Yeah.
toughest gang they say in the world, known as Tren de Aragua.
Trinidad.
Weeks ago, I officially designated this gang.
Trump's
along
Spanish
with
accent is
13
wild,
of the
dude.
bloodthirsty Mexican drug cartels
Sounds
as
so white.
foreign terrorist organizations.
I see Linda McMahon, dude. Where's Triple H? Where's Triple H, dude? Who? Dude, that guy's
They
back
are
at
now
home.
officially in the same category as ISIS, and that's not good for them. Countless thousands of these terrorists were welcomed into the U.S. by the Biden administration. But now every last one will be rounded up and forcibly removed from our country, or, if they're too dangerous, put in jails, standing trial in this country, because we don't want them to come back ever. With us this evening is a warrior on the front lines of that battle, Border Patrol Agent Roberto Ortiz. Great guy.
Great guy. Wonderful, doing big things. Oh, that's Star Trek. Roberto Ortiz is Star Trek. He's doing the My Heart Goes Out to You, but lower. He's probably like, this is weird. Last administration, I was an enemy. Now I'm a hero.
In January, Roberto and another agent were patrolling by the Rio Grande, near an area known as Cartel Island. Doesn't sound
I know where that
close
is.
to me. When heavily armed gunmen started shooting at them, Roberto saw that his partner was totally exposed, great danger, and he leapt into action, returning fire and providing crucial seconds for his fellow agent to seek safety, just barely. I have some of the prints of that event, and it was not good. Agent Ortiz, we salute you for your great courage and for your line of fire that you took, and for the bravery that you showed. We honor you, and we will always honor you. Thank you, Roberto, very much.
When's he gonna talk about crypto? He's gonna say XRP.
Thank you, Roberto. And I actually got to know him on my many calls to the border. He's a great gentleman. The territory to the immediate south of our border is now dominated entirely by criminal cartels that murder, rape, torture, and exercise total control. They have total control over a whole nation, posing a grave threat to our national security.
I heard they might take military action now.
War in America, and it's time
For the cartels or
Americans
something?
to wage war on the cartels, which we are doing.
About to drop some airstrikes or something? I don't know.
Five nights ago, Mexican authorities, because of our tariff policies being imposed on them, think of this, handed over to us 29 of the biggest
Rafa
cartel leaders
Quintero?
in the country. That has never happened before.
Don Neto?
This happened. First time ever. But we need Mexico and Canada to do much more than they've done, and they have to stop the fentanyl and drugs pouring into the USA. They're going to stop it. I have sent Congress a detailed funding request laying out exactly how we will eliminate these threats to protect our homeland and complete the largest deportation operation in American history, larger even than current record holder President Dwight D. Eisenhower, a moderate man, but someone who believed very strongly in borders. Americans expect Congress to send me this funding without delay so I can sign it into law. So, Mr. Speaker, John Thune, both of you, I hope you're going to be able to do that, Mr. Speaker.
I thought he's gonna do it live right now.
Mr. Leader, thank you. Thank you very much. And let's get
Mike
it
Johnson.
done so fast, you won't even believe
Square
it.
glass, Mike Johnson. I wonder if Zelensky's watching this. Zelensky.
And as we reclaim our sovereignty, we must also bring back law and order to our cities and towns.
Swallows. Oh my god. What does he swallow?
In recent years, our
Mike Johnson.
justice system
I'm
has
just
been
kidding.
turned upside down by radical left lunatics. Jurisdictions virtually ceased enforcing the law against dangerous repeat offenders while weaponizing law enforcement against political opponents. My administration has acted swiftly and decisively to restore fair, equal, and impartial justice under the constitutional rule of law, starting at the FBI and the DOJ. Pam, good luck. Cash, wherever you may be, good luck. Good luck. Pam Bondi.
Pam Bondi. Get us those Epstein lists. Pam, with your binders. No more binders.
Thank you. Thank you, Cash.
There he is. Cash App. Trust Cash App. Where's the list, though, honestly? Where's the truckload?
They've already started very strong. They're going to do a fantastic job. You're going to be very proud of them. We're also once again giving our police officers the support, protection, and respect they so dearly deserve. They have to get it. They have
to get it.
Hard, dangerous job. We're going to make it less dangerous. The problem is the bad guys don't respect the law, but they're starting to respect it, and they soon will respect it. This also includes our great fire departments throughout the country. Our firemen and women are unbelievable people, and we'll never forget them. And besides that, they voted for me in record numbers, so I have no choice. 1 year ago this month, 31-year-old New York police officer Jonathan Diller, unbelievably wonderful person and a great officer, was gunned down at a traffic stop on Long Island. I went to his funeral. The vicious criminal charged with his murder had 21 prior arrests, and they were rough arrests. He was a real bad one. The thug in the seat next to him had 14 prior arrests and went by the name of Killer. He was Killer. He killed other people, they say, a lot of them. I attended Officer Diller's service, and when I met his wife and one-year-old son, Ryan, it was very inspirational, actually. His widow's name is Stephanie, and she is here tonight. Stephanie, thank you very much, Stephanie. Thank you very much.
Who's that?
There was a cop that was shot.
Yeah. Dude, that guy's a small life.
That's where his wife or something.
I see.
Stephanie, we're going to make sure that Ryan knows his dad was a true hero, New York's finest, and we're going to get these cold-blooded killers and repeat offenders off our streets, and we're going to do it fast. Got to stop it. They get out with 28 arrests. They push people into subway trains. They hit people over the head, back of the head with baseball bats. We got to get them out of here. I've already signed an executive order requiring a mandatory death penalty for anyone who murders a police officer.
Let's go.
I'm asking Congress to pass that policy.
FAFO criminals, FAFO. We're gonna become like Saudi Arabia and like Dubai.
I'm also asking for a new crime bill getting tough on repeat offenders while enhancing protections for America's police officers so they can do their jobs without fear of their lives being totally destroyed. They don't want to be killed. We're not going to let them be killed. Joining us in the gallery tonight is a young man who truly loves our police. His name is DJ Daniel. He is 13 years old, and he has always dreamed of becoming a police officer.
He's already ready to be a police officer. He's got the gear on already. He's got the look. Put his hat on. Put the hat on, sir. That's what he's missing from the fit.
Maybe that's not his hat.
Oh yeah, that's his dad's hat. Here, here.
But in 2018, DJ was diagnosed with brain cancer. The doctors gave him 5 months at most to live. That was more than 6 years ago.
Let's go. Doctors kill people. Just kidding. Am I though?
Since that time, DJ and his dad have been on a quest to make his dream come true, and DJ has been sworn in as an honorary law enforcement officer, actually a number of times.
That's why he's already an officer, bro. He looks like an
Police
officer.
departments love him. And
Yeah.
tonight, DJ, we're going to do you the biggest honor of them all. I am asking our new Secret Service Director, Sean Curran, to officially make you an agent of the United States Secret Service.
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. It's pretty gangsta, dude. He's a Secret Service agent now. That's his clearance right there. Still do better than the people protecting Trump, dude. Yeah, like that one lady. I'd rather take this guy than that lady, to be honest. Let's go. Fuck yeah.
Thank you, DJ. DJ's doctors believe his cancer likely came from a chemical he was exposed to when he was younger. Since 1975, rates of child cancer have increased by more than 40%. Reversing this trend
Bobby.
is one of the top priorities for our new presidential commission to make America healthy again, chaired by our new Secretary of Health and Human
Bobby.
Services, Robert F. Kennedy Jr.
Will the Democrats stand up for their boy? He's a Democrat.
You see that? He did the hot hit over there.
Yeah. What the heck? Robert, what are you doing, man? Just kidding. It looked like he was bound down.
With the name Kennedy, you would have thought everybody over here would have been cheering.
That's
How
right.
quickly they forget.
That's right. Call him
Our
out.
goal is to get toxins out of our environment, poisons out of our food supply, and keep our children healthy and
He's
strong.
gonna shout out Gary.
As an example,
Maybe.
not long ago, and you can't even believe these numbers, 1 in 10,000 children had autism. 1 in 10,000, and now it's 1 in 36.
That's crazy.
There's something wrong. 1 in 36. Think of that. So we're going to find out what it is, and there's nobody better than Bobby and all of the people that are working with you. You have the best to figure out what is going on. Okay, Bobby, good luck. It's a very important job. Thank you.
Make McDonald's great again. Bring back the jungle gym. Dude, we need to bring back jungle gyms to play places because that kept children
My
active, you know?
administration is also working
That's my
to
argument.
protect our children from toxic ideologies in our schools. A few years ago, January, Little John and her husband discovered that their daughter's school had secretly, socially transitioned their 13-year-old little girl.
It's fucked.
Teachers and administrators conspired to deceive January and her husband.
Domestic terrorists, dude. I hate
encouraging
teachers.
Their daughter to use a new name.
Enemy.
Pronouns. They, them pronoun, actually. All without telling January, who is here tonight and is now a courageous advocate against this form of child abuse.
The woke mind virus.
Thank you very much.
Is that Ushuaia? Have you ever heard of that?
Ushuaia.
Thank you.
That's a good one.
Stories like this are why shortly after taking
Ushuaia.
signed an executive order.
I'm gonna call her that from now on.
Indoctrinating our
Ushuaia
children
is a
with
club
friends'
in
gender ideology.
Ushuaia Vance.
Something like that, right?
Usha, yeah, Usha.
I
Usha
also
Hima.
signed an order to cut off all taxpayer funding to any institution that engages in the sexual mutilation of our youth.
Youth. Of our youth.
It's a long speech.
Yeah, this is
And
crazy.
now I want Congress to pass a bill permanently banning and criminalizing sex changes on children and forever ending the lie that any child is trapped in the wrong body. This is a big lie.
The biggest of them all.
And our message to every child in America is that you are perfect exactly the way God made you.
Bondi Beach. Pam
Because
Bondi
we're
Beach.
getting wokeness out of our schools and out of our military, and it's already out, and it's out of our society. We don't want it. Wokeness is trouble. Wokeness is bad. It's gone. It's gone. And we feel so much
You're fired.
more, don't we? Don't we feel better? Our service members won't be activists and ideologues. They will be fighters and warriors. They will fight for our country. And Pete, congratulations. Secretary of Defense, congratulations.
Hegseth. Pete. Pistol Pete. Whiskey
And
Pete.
he's not big into the woke movement, I can tell you. No, well, I am pleased to report that in January, the U.S. Army had its single best recruiting month in 15 years, and that all armed services are having among the best recruiting results ever in the history of our services. What a difference.
He's got a big forehead too.
And you know, it was just a few months ago where the results were exactly the opposite. We couldn't recruit anywhere. We couldn't recruit. Now we're having the best results just about that we've ever had. What a tremendous turnaround. It's really a beautiful thing to see. People love our country again. It's very simple. They love our country and they love being in our military again. So it's a great thing, and thank you very much. Great job.
We're bringing patriotism back. There you go, Democrats still sitting. How are they not sleeping yet?
We're joined tonight
Where's Bernie?
by a young man, Jason Hartley, who knows the weight of that call of duty. Jason's father, grandfather, and great-grandfather all wore the uniform. Jason tragically lost his dad, who was also a Los Angeles County Sheriff's deputy when he was just a boy, and now he wants to carry on the family legacy of service. Jason is a senior in high school, a six-letter varsity athlete, a really good athlete, they say, a brilliant student with a 4.46, that's good, GPA.
Damn, dude.
And his greatest dream is to attend the U.S. Military Academy at West Point.
Where is he? Let's see him. Gangster.
And Jason, that's a very big deal getting in. That's a hard one to get into. But I'm pleased to inform you that your application has been accepted.
Let's go. Let's go. Generals?
Thank you. Jason, you're going to be on the long gray line,
Elon
Jason.
Singer, I know.
Is it?
As Commander-in-Chief,
I didn't even
our
notice.
focus is on building the most powerful military of the future. As a first step, I'm asking Congress to fund a state-of-the-art Golden Dome missile defense shield.
Let's
to
go.
Our homeland.
Iron Dome.
All
Golden
made in
Dome.
the USA.
Golden Dome, bro. What a name.
Yeah.
And Ronald Reagan wanted to do it long ago, but the technology just wasn't there, not even close. But now we have the technology. It's incredible, actually. And other places they have it. Israel has it. Other places have it. And the United States should have it too, right, Tim? Right? They should have it too. So I want to thank you. But it's a very, very important. This is a very dangerous world. We should have it. We want to be protected, and we're going to protect our citizens like never before. To boost our defense industrial base, we are also going to resurrect the American shipbuilding industry, including commercial shipbuilding and military shipbuilding.
Let's go.
And for that purpose, I am announcing tonight that we will create a new Office of Shipbuilding in the White House and offer special tax incentives to bring this industry home to America where it belongs. We used to make so many ships. We don't make them anymore very much, but we're going to make them very fast, very soon. It will have a huge impact.
Huge.
To further enhance our national security, my administration will be reclaiming the Panama Canal.
Let's go.
We've already started doing it.
Did he say he's gonna reclaim it?
Yeah.
Damn. Like, take it over?
Just today, a large American company announced they are buying both ports around the Panama Canal and lots of other things having to do with the Panama Canal and a couple of other canals. The Panama Canal was built by Americans for Americans, not for others, but others could use it. But it was built at tremendous cost of American blood and treasure. 38,000 workers died building the Panama Canal. They died of malaria, they died of snake bites and mosquitoes. Not a nice place to work. They paid them very highly to go there, knowing there was a 25% chance that they would die. The most expensive project also that was ever built in our country's history, if you bring it up to modern day costs. It was given away by the Carter administration.
That's
for
crazy.
$1.
He's actually taking it
That
back.
agreement has been violated very severely. We didn't give it to China. We gave it to Panama, and we're taking it back.
Did he point at Marco? Little Marco? Little Marco.
Now we have Marco Rubio
See?
in charge. Good luck, Marco. Now, we know who to blame if anything goes wrong. Marco's been amazing, and he's going to do a great job. Think of it, he got 100 votes. You know, he was approved with actually 99, but the 100th was this gentleman, and I feel very certain. So let's assume he got 100 votes, and I'm either very, very happy about that, or I'm very concerned about it. But he's already proven. I mean, he's a great gentleman. He's respected by everybody, and we appreciate you voting for Marco. He's going to do a fantastic job. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you.
He's doing a great job.
He just did it
Great
too.
job.
He did the Elon.
And I also have a message tonight for the incredible people of Greenland.
Oh shit, dude.
We strongly support your right to determine your own future. And if you choose, we welcome you into the United States of America. We need Greenland for national security and even international security, and we're working with everybody involved to try and get it. But we need it really for international world security, and I think we're going to get it.
We're gonna get it.
Yeah, we're going to get it. We will keep you safe. We will make you rich, and together we will take Greenland to heights like you have never thought possible before.
Mango.
It's a very small population,
Huh?
but very, very
Not mango. It was
large
something
piece of
else,
land,
like
and very, very
green.
important for
Mug.
military
Mugga.
security.
Mugga.
America is once again standing
Mugga.
strong against the forces of
Magugo.
Islamic terrorism. 3.5 years ago, ISIS terrorists killed 13 American service members and countless others in the Abbey Gate bombing during the disastrous and incompetent withdrawal from Afghanistan. Not that they were withdrawing, it was the way they withdrew. Perhaps the most embarrassing moment in the history of our country. Tonight I am pleased to announce that we have just apprehended the top terrorist responsible for that atrocity, and he is right now on his way here to face the swift sword of American justice.
Nice. How do we get that done? Long ass claps.
And I want to thank especially the government of Pakistan for helping arrest this monster. This was a very momentous day for those 13 families who I actually got to know very well, most of them, whose children were murdered, and the many people that were so badly, over 42 people, so badly injured on that fateful day in Afghanistan. What a horrible day. Such incompetence was shown. That when Putin saw
How do you guys feel about the speech so far? Let me know.
maybe this is my chance.
Also, like or dislike, whatever. Drop a like or dislike.
Grossly incompetent people. I spoke to many of the parents and loved ones, and they're all in our hearts tonight. Just spoke to them on the phone. We had a big call. Every one of them called, and everybody was on the line, and they did nothing but cry with happiness. They were very happy as you can be under those circumstances. Their child, brother, sister, son, daughter was killed for no reason whatsoever. In the Middle East, we're bringing back our hostages from Gaza. In my first term, we achieved one of the most groundbreaking peace agreements in generations, the Abraham Accords.
Let's get Abraham ×2, and let's get all the countries in it now. Iran, Israel, Gaza, everybody. Huh?
And now we're going to build on that foundation to create a more peaceful and prosperous future for the entire region. A lot of things are happening in the Middle East. People haven't been talking about that so much lately with everything going on with Ukraine and Russia. A lot of things are happening in the Middle East. It's a rough neighborhood, actually. I'm also working tirelessly to end the savage conflict in Ukraine. Millions of Ukrainians and Russians have been needlessly killed or wounded in this horrific and brutal conflict with no end in sight. The United States has sent hundreds of billions of dollars to support Ukraine's.
Is he going to announce a Zelensky deal? Or is he going to announce a Putin deal for minerals? They're both trying to make deals. Did you get stuck?
Do you want to keep it going for another 5 years? Yeah, you would say Pocahontas says yes.
You know who that is? No. Elizabeth Warren?
2,000 people are being killed every single week. More than that. They're Russian young people. They're Ukrainian young people. They're not Americans. But I wanted to stop. Meanwhile, Europe has sadly spent more money buying Russian oil and gas than they have spent on defending Ukraine.
Europe's being put on blast now.
Think of that. They've spent more buying Russian oil and gas than they have defending. And we've spent perhaps $350 billion like taking candy from a baby. That's what happened. And they've spent $100 billion. What a difference that is. And we have an ocean separating us, and they don't. But we're getting along very well with them, and lots of good things are happening. Biden has authorized more money in this fight than Europe has spent by billions and billions of dollars. It's hard to believe that they wouldn't have stopped it and said at some point, come on, let's equalize. You got to be equal to us. That didn't happen. Earlier today, I received an important letter from President Zelensky of Ukraine.
Oh, here we go.
The
He's
letter
going to announce a deal?
Ukraine is ready to come to the negotiating table as soon as possible to bring lasting peace closer. Nobody wants peace more than the Ukrainians, he said. My team and I stand ready to work under President Trump's strong leadership to get a peace that lasts. We do really value how much America has done to help Ukraine maintain its sovereignty and independence. Regarding the agreement on minerals and security, Ukraine is ready to sign it at any time.
That's what they said last time.
It is convenient for you. I appreciate that he sent this letter, just got it a little while ago. Simultaneously, we've had serious discussions with Russia.
See?
And have received strong signals that they are ready for peace. Wouldn't that be beautiful? Wouldn't that be beautiful? Wouldn't that be beautiful?
Claps, 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 more claps, claps. See my toe over here.
It's time to stop this madness. It's time to halt the killing. It's time to end the senseless war. If you want to end wars, you have to talk to both sides. Nearly 4 years ago, amid rising tensions, a history teacher named Mark Fogel was detained in Russia and sentenced to 14 years in a penal colony. Rough stuff. The previous administration...
They got out Brittany Griner.
to help him. They knew he was innocent, but they had no idea where to begin. But last summer, I promised his 95-year-old mother, Malphine, would bring her boy safely back home. After 22 days in office, I did just that, and they are here tonight.
Where's Malphine? Let's see Malphine. Damn, Malphine looks not a day over 60. She's 90?
95.
That's fucking incredible, dude. Is that Steve Witkoff? Looks like he's about to cry.
To Mark and his great mom, we are delighted to have you safe and sound and with us. As fate would have it, Mark Fogel was born in a small rural town in Butler, Pennsylvania.
No way. What are the odds of that?
His mother has lived for the past 78 years. I just happened to go there last July 13th for a rally. That was not pleasant. And that is where I met his beautiful mom right before I walked onto that stage. And I told her I would not forget what she said about her son. And I never did I? Never forgot. Less than 10 minutes later, at that same rally, gunfire rang out, and a sick and deranged assassin unloaded 8 bullets from his sniper's perch into a crowd of many thousands of people. My life was saved by a fraction of an inch, but some were not so lucky. Corey Comparator was a firefighter, a veteran, a Christian, a husband, a devoted father, and above all, a protector. When the sound of gunshots pierced the air, it was a horrible sound. Corey knew instantly what it was and what to do. He threw himself on top of his wife and daughters and shielded them from the bullets with his own body. Corey was hit really hard. You know the story from there. He sacrificed his life to save theirs. 2 others, very fine people, were also seriously hit. But thankfully, with the help of 2 great country doctors, we thought they were gone and they were saved. So those doctors had great talent. We're joined by Corey's wife, Helen, who was his high school sweetheart, and their 2 beloved daughters, Allison and Kaylee. Thank you.
It's just really long clapping. And then they just stand awkwardly, you know?
To Helen, Allison, and Kaylee, Corey is looking down on his 3 beautiful ladies right now, and he is cheering you on. He loves you. He is cheering you on. Corey was taken from us much too soon, but his destiny was to leave us all with a shining example of the selfless devotion of a true American patriot. It was love like Corey's that built our country, and it's love like Corey's that is going to make our country more majestic than ever before. I believe that my life was saved that day in Butler for a very good reason. I was saved by God to make America great again. I believe that.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Who's that one? Really white lady back there?
I don't know. We'll see, I guess, sooner.
Ghost?
We'll find out sooner or later.
Thank you very much. From the patriots of Lexington and Concord to the heroes of Gettysburg and Normandy, from the warriors who crossed the Delaware to the trailblazers who climbed the Rockies, and from the legends who soared at Kitty Hawk to the astronauts who touched the moon, Americans have always been the people who defied all odds, transcended all dangers, made the most extraordinary sacrifices, and did whatever it took to defend our children, our country, and our freedom. And as we have seen in this chamber tonight, that same strength, faith, love, and spirit is still alive and thriving in the hearts of the American people. Despite the best efforts of those who would try to censor us, silence us, break us, destroy us, Americans are today a proud, free, sovereign, and independent nation.
Sovereign.
We will always be free, and we will fight for it till death. We will never let anything happen to our beloved country, because we are a country of doers, dreamers, fighters, and survivors. Our ancestors crossed a vast ocean, strode into the unknown wilderness, and carved their fortunes from the rock and soil of a perilous and very dangerous frontier. They chased our destiny across a boundless continent. They built the railroads, laid the highways, and graced the world with American marvels like the Empire State Building, the mighty Hoover Dam, and the towering Golden Gate Bridge. They lit the world with electricity, broke free of the force of gravity, fired up the engines of American industry, vanquished the communists, fascists, and Marxists all over the world, and gave us countless modern wonders sculptured out of iron, glass, and steel. We stand on the shoulders of these pioneers who won and built the modern age. These workers who poured their sweat into the skylines of our cities. These warriors who shed their blood on fields of battle and gave everything they had for our rights and for our freedom. Now it is our time to take up the righteous cause of American liberty. And it is our turn to take America's destiny into our own hands and begin the most thrilling days in the history of our country. This will be our greatest era, with God's help over the next 4 years, we are going to lead this nation even higher, and we are going to forge the freest, most advanced, most dynamic, and most dominant civilization ever to exist on the face of this earth. We are going to create the highest quality of life, build the safest and wealthiest and healthiest and most vital communities anywhere in the world. We are going to conquer the vast frontiers of science, and we're going to lead humanity into space and plant the American flag on the planet Mars and even far beyond.
All right. Mars.
He must be dancing, right?
Elon. Where's Elon? Yeah. I think he's dancing.
And through it all, we are
probably
going to
jumping.
rediscover the unstoppable power of the American spirit. And we are going to renew unlimited promise of the American dream. Every single day, we will stand up and we will fight, fight, fight for the country our citizens believe in and for the country our people deserve.
Seems like he's gonna wrap it up soon.
Yeah.
He's ramping up the rhetoric. It's getting real motivational now. Trump, 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 Trump. Thank you.
My fellow Americans, get
fellow
ready
Americans.
for an incredible future, because the golden age of America has only just begun. It will be like nothing that has ever been seen before. Thank you, God bless you, and God bless America.
All right. The Democrats dipped out, bro. They're like, later.
Yeah, they took off.
See ya. Agenda free is back. What'd you guys think? Drop a comment.
President Trump concluding
Honest
his
opinions.
speech to Congress.
Dude, he looks so skinny now. It's kind of crazy. He looks slim. Are they gonna say anything else, or that's it? Mike Johnson.
We will watch him walk out, and we will have the Democratic rebuttal to the speech coming up.
Oh, damn, there's a rebuttal? What do you mean?
We'll have that soon.
Oh, there's gonna be a rebuttal by Democrats.
Watch him as he goes out. I think this was the longest
Is that what they did?
State
now?
of the Union or
Maybe they gotta go
address
prepare their
that-
speech.
Since Reagan, the first year of her presidency, it's been called the Address to Congress. It's not been called the State of the Union. It's been called something else, an Address to Congress or something like that. But I think it was the longest one of these. I saw some reporters I follow suggest this. Well, let's watch him make his way.
Making my way downtown, walking around, orange man, amongst the whites. Thank you very much. Is that Lauren Boebert? Who is that? Where's that one hot lady? Anna Paulina.
I don't know.
I want to see her.
I don't think there was any kind of major new policy in that.
Same. There's nothing crazy
I
in
didn't
there.
know if there'd be anything like that. I mean, I think, he hit a lot of themes that, if you've seen him speak before, are themes he has hit. Aaron at BS says, I didn't hear any big announcement. No, I don't think there was anything, like hugely unexpected and some kind of new thing. Habanero says we're going to Mars. Well, look, he said in a line that we're going to. He didn't announce some huge new, huge new initiative. The person who was thrown out, Dewey, was Al Green, who was a Democratic representative.
I like this stick though.
My guess is that he knew he was going to get thrown out because he was standing up and
All right, well, like and sub. I'll be back for the rebuttals.